So welcome back guys to a brand new ARK Survival Ascended news video. Now today it has happened literally 30 minutes after I made my update post with a lot of hype as the Xbox launch was meant to be tomorrow. As soon as that video went live, I saw a lot of you guys just getting excited, preparing, had everything, prepared for what you were going to do on launch day and everything like that. And unfortunately, there has been a brand new delay for Xbox. So I am going to be reading through to you guys what's been said. The thing is, I hate being negative about things, but there has just been so many delays within this console launch. It's really not been fun for console players. And as I said, I'm going to be here to support you guys and update you with every single bit of information. But for me, ever since the PC launch, it's not been able to be like positive console news, if that makes sense. Building up to launch day first on was just really exciting, and it really is just, I don't know, it's just sad to see so many people getting upset because of these delays. So anyway, if you guys do get all the information you need to know in today's video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and if you do want to get yourself an ARK Survival Ascended server, as always, link is at the top of the description. Use code LOADEDCRISIS, all one word, for 10% off. Anyway, let's get the message up. It will be on your screen, as you'll be able to see any second now. I'm just loading it up for myself when we go onto the ARK Survival Ascended page. So they have said, Xbox and Windows survivors, the game is still going through the certification process and will not be releasing on Tuesday. We're expecting to release it later this week, but we'll update with a more precise time when we have it. There it is, guys. The delay I was so adamant wasn't going to happen in the video I just uploaded, as we hadn't heard anything, and I felt like we were just within time of making sure we were going to be safe from this delay happening, but unfortunately it's happened, and it's something that I just feel like at this point in time, I know I don't know the full release and how Wildcard do things. Sometimes it's out of their control when these delays happen. I understand that. Look at that very cool Reaper. I have a Reaper mod installed if you're wondering what is going on all the way over there, as you can see. But I'm just really struggling because I have such a huge fan base from console players, and I have had so many plans for different types of content I've made. All my content always is there to cover both PC and console, because I don't want anyone missing out on stuff. And now I just get, I suppose, more and more demotivated to make that content, because console players just have to sit and watch. And I do see those comments like, Dom, love the content, but I'm just really waiting to get my hands on it myself. I hate waiting. And it still does say in this that they're expecting to release it later this week, but I guess I can't give an ETA to you guys. I just have no clue. Will it release this week? That's the thing. When it comes to these release dates with console now, I literally don't even want to talk about dates, because I just don't know whether that's going to change constantly. And one thing I will always bear in mind, and I do understand, is that I know console is completely different to the PC. You can release things on Steam so much easier than you can on console, and I know this is a new Unreal Engine 5 game. It's not a small game. It causes lots of issues, and I get that will collide a lot with Sony and Microsoft, so we understand that. But it's not the fact that it was delayed into November. People were accepting that. We were still very annoyed about it, but it's the fact now that we were actually given a date, which Wildcard say they're not going to do anymore, and the only time they're ever going to give dates is when they know they're feeling a little bit more confident that the game's going to be launching then. But even with a date given, there's been a delay for Xbox. So all I can say to you guys is, as I have done every single day for the last couple of weeks into months, is I'll just keep you updated. I feel like I need to restart my game. This is really, really glitchy today. But something I was going to mention with PlayStation players is maybe there's a chance this means that the PlayStation update can sort of come a little bit closer with Xbox. But I actually don't think we will see the launch of console now until Friday. I mean, that is at best case for me. I'd love to say I'm going to hear something and it's going to come before that, but I feel like I'm at a stage where like I love a console launch, I love a release on the weekend, but I've dedicated pretty much most of my weekends now to my channel, which I don't mind at all. I love it. It's my absolute dream to do that, and I literally wouldn't change it for the world. But sometimes you just want to have one of those weekends where you know you're on top of things, you have a week full of creating content, and that's why I was looking forward to it coming out on Tuesday, because it gave that more time there. And people have, again, something I've said in many videos, people book time off to play this game. And even if I know there's some comments saying, oh, it's sad if people do that. No, because they generally love this game, and it's a grind. It's not something you can just play on one night after work. You have to grind it, especially if you're playing official. You have to have that time to do that, and people take time out of work to play the game, and then they can't, that time they book off, unless if they can't change it because it's like too close to the time, they then waste that time they had planned for ARK, and then they can't actually have the time off they wanted to play it because the game's been delayed 1 day, literally less than a day now. I mean, well, it probably is 24 hours that it was going to come out in the first place anyway, but I guess I don't want this to be a complete rant, but sometimes I just need to be honest. Like, how is it still going through certification? It's beyond me. I would love, it'd be nice, I guess, if Wildcard could have more of an explanation to their players, because I feel like when it is just as like sort of simple as just it's still going through certification, it's gonna get the community upset, because I sometimes do get lost for words of it. They had mentioned they've gone through multiple certifications for the PC launch day. So now it's still not even hit that, which people accepted it and people were ready and they wanted the game to be in a better place, but it's still not through another certification. It's going through the same certification process with no update and will not be releasing on Tuesday. So I'm sorry again. I am kind of getting bored of saying sorry. I know I don't need to say sorry because I know it's not me that creates the game and stuff, but I say sorry so much because I'm loving this. I actually am loving this game, but the hype for me really does die down when I can't have my whole fan base, and most of my friends that I play ARK with are all console. There's some that do play PC with, but they prefer playing ARK on console, and they were more excited with it with console. And we were planning a big server, and now that has been delayed again. So I'm sorry if this came off as maybe a bit more of a rant, because I don't like to do that. I always like to show positive sides from both sides, and I always love to give a fair argument in my videos. I feel like that is the most important thing for me on my channel. But I just, again, another delay. I just don't really know what to say. So I'll keep you guys up to date as we get closer into the launch of Xbox, as it's meant to be this week. I'll update you on what I see, but I'm even worried that it won't launch until next week now. So I don't know. I'd say don't even think about it. Maybe have it in the back of your mind that, yeah, it's still meant to be launching this week, but I wouldn't get too excited because you just never know, and I don't want to hype anyone up. The only reason I started hyping Xbox players up earlier today is because Wildcard never give a date. They never give a date anymore, and the fact they gave a date, that's why I was so positive that it was actually going to launch tomorrow, but I guess they'd been quite quiet. So anyway, that is going to be the full video. I just wanted to have a little talk and a little rant with you guys and bring the news, because I literally had food. My video went live earlier. I was so excited, prepared for Tuesday, everything in place, and now we wait again. Anyway, see you guys in my next video, and hopefully it can be some more positive news on a more precise date of what's going on. Leave a like, subscribe. If you need a server, you know where to go. See you guys in my next video.